I find it extremely ironic that men are now the victims of systems put in place by men, and somehow they like blame women for it. Like, to acquire a wife, you used to have land, property, money. Now they're upset they have to pay for a first date. Like, that's literally your own fault. Y'all set that up. Women didn't even have rights back then. So like, next. Showing emotions. So like, well, we can't show emotion. To who? Women literally beg you to show emotions, but you don't feel cool when you do it in front of your boys. Your fault. Expectations. Like, men are expected to be this, da-da-da. By who? The expectations were put in place by men. And they're definitely not held up to. Not anymore. Your fault. Like, not my man, but like...
It's bullshit.
Why is it always you have bad taste in men and never? Abusive men tend to be highly skilled liars and extremely manipulative, and they conceal their red flags until it's too late. You ever hear that frog in boiling water analogy? The frog doesn't realize it's in boiling water till the water boils, and then it's too late. They're stuck. Same thing with abusive men. They put that mask on, and once they know you're emotionally invested in the relationship with them, the mask slips off, and they show you who they really are. And by then, it's too late because you want to try to fix them, help them, do anything you can, and it breaks you down emotionally.
You're a damaged goods lady.
Recently, I had to break things off with a man, not because I wanted to, but because I had to. I had met this guy at the bar like 2 weeks ago, and I really found him attractive. We hit it off right away. We were dancing, we were vibing. It was so much fun. I haven't had that much fun with a guy in a long time. I got his number, and we started texting, and then eventually FaceTiming later on in the week. We set up a date, and it was amazing. I hadn't felt chemistry like that in so long. And as amazing as the vibes were, he told me that he recently got out of a 2-year relationship. He just got to the city, he's trying to get his feet on the ground, and he's trying to build something for himself. And he told me that he didn't know if he could really actually start a relationship at the moment. And instead of convincing me otherwise, like I would have done maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I said, okay, sounds good. So I sent him a really nice text saying that I can't do anything casual right now, I wish you the best of luck, and who knows, maybe in the future. Moral of the story is you need to listen to people when they say that they can't be in a relationship and stop trying to change it.
Good riddance.
There are other things that were put in place by men, which allowed women to work jobs and earn money for themselves. So now they earn money for themselves, they suddenly also want men to pay for everything. So much for the strong independent woman. Women also ask men for one thing, but respond to something else. Men have learned through experience that if he shows emotions and cries, he is seen as weak in women's eyes. In the end, this 304 is so deluded, I can't even tolerate her illogical BS.
Neither can I.
There are more good men in the world compared to bad men, and there are a larger majority of men who would do right by her compared to bad men who wouldn't. So it is her fault for choosing the wrong men, because she's the common denominator.
She did it to herself.
Don't you think it's interesting how women are just so obsessed with getting into relationships with men? They crave commitment as if they are drowning and need a breathing apparatus to survive. They sought relationships so much because they just want to be spoiled with endless gifts and be provided for.
Those people are parasites.
Real men of genius.